Welcome back, everybody. Today I am making a semi-homemade recipe. I'm taking mushroom raviolis from the store, a homemade cream sauce, a little extra ingredients to make a delicious ravioli dinner. Okay, so I actually was not going to film this. This is so impromptu, but I thought you guys might want to see this. So I'm going to be making 2 bags of frozen mushroom raviolis. These are 2 bags of frozen, there they are. I'm gonna start boiling my pasta water. I already have a small pan with about a tablespoon or so of grapeseed oil. You guys always ask, what do I use? This is what I use, grapeseed oil. Butter works, but there's so much cream going into this, I thought, let's just use some oil. So I'm going to be using maybe 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, plain. I also have 1 8-ounce container of cream. This is actually whipping cream. I have some chicken broth over here. I might use maybe 1 cup or so. And I managed to find some grated Parmesan cheese. I have half of an onion that I've sliced, an 8-ounce bag of frozen asparagus. I'm going to blanch them and then toss them in last minute. And it's going to be like a 1-bowl meal. But you guys might find this helpful, you know. Oh, and I'm also going to be using some garlic paste, probably a teaspoon or so of garlic paste. If you have fresh garlic, maybe 1 or 2 cloves. So yeah, this is impromptu. This is not my usual videos that I do, but this is something I do for my family when they want a meal. And you know, I'm not always cooking things from scratch. I try to use things that make life convenient. So here is the hot mess of ingredients I will be using. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna start making this creamy sauce. Onions in, pinch of salt to sweat those out, and I'm just gonna saute them for a little bit before I add my garlic paste. Okay, onions are good to go. Now a heaping teaspoon of garlic paste. 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, maybe. Fresh minced garlic will work. Gonna give that a mix. Now this is something I love with mushroom raviolis, and that is lemon zest. So I'm gonna add maybe a teaspoon of fresh lemon zest to this. And as soon as I'm done zesting this, I'm gonna add my broth, so nothing really burns. Now I'm going in with maybe 1 cup of my broth, my chicken broth. And whoops, I got zest on the handle. So I'm gonna let that simmer and reduce by half, a little over a half. I really want it concentrated and reduced. And this is going to flavor that cream sauce really well. Let's add in some cracked black pepper. So I'm going to actually blanch my frozen asparagus right into the pasta water here. This will just save me time. I'm going to put them in there for about 30 seconds or so and then just take them out. It's okay if my pasta water has an asparagus taste to it. It's all going to be mixed together. So I'm just going to cut my asparagus into bite-sized pieces with my kitchen shears. And I'm going to mix that in the finished product. Kind of stretching out the asparagus here. Okay, so my chicken broth and onion situation, it has reduced. A dollop of my Greek yogurt. This is probably 2 to 3 tablespoons. This is what's going to help tighten up the sauce. Let me go ahead and mix that in. It's not going to look pretty at first, but once things get mixed and combined, it'll be fine. Okay, so now I'm going to add my heavy cream. It's going to go right in here. This is an 8-ounce container of whipping cream, heavy cream. This is what I managed to get from Trader Joe's. And that, my friends, is the cream sauce. You'll want to taste it for things like salt and seasoning. I added a pinch of salt already. But I'm going to leave this on a low simmer while my raviolis cook. And this is what's going to coat and flavor those mushroom raviolis. So now I'm going to add a big handful of salt to my pasta water, and I'm going to start boiling my raviolis. Okay, so each of these bags is around 12 and a half ounces of pasta here, or raviolis. And I'm going to cook these for somewhere between 4 to 7 minutes. Basically, the water has to sort of come back up to a boil, and once they start floating, then you know they are cooked through. These are basically pre-cooked. You're just waiting for the pasta to cook. So I would say 4 to 5 minutes would be safe. Okay, so this has been right at 5 minutes. These are floating to the surface. They've kind of puffed up in the center, so it's going right into my cream sauce. Okay, so now I'm just going to gently toss this into my sauce. I'm going to give this a little coating, then I'm going to add in the asparagus. And this portion is great for 4 single servings, but I'm serving my husband and my son, and then the leftovers they will eat tomorrow for lunch. So I don't have to make lunch for them. They can help themselves to the leftovers. So I'm going in with my chopped up asparagus that I sort of blanched and that was frozen. And this is it, guys. This is like a one-pot meal kind of situation here. I'm gonna let this simmer for another minute, give it a mix, and then just go in with some Parmesan cheese to finish it. And that's dinner. This is an easy pasta dinner, semi-homemade, and it's so delicious. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.